It's just it's where I'm at, just in every way, in a sense, like just where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Just mentally, physically, spiritually, it's kind of where I'm at in terms of there's a lot going on, and if we don't start to be formulaic about fixing stuff, it won't matter about money and stuff like that. Because historically, they've gone after like the affluent first. Because you don't have to go after the hood. You go after the affluent. Those with the on the other side of the fence financially, right? You think about historically like Tulsa. They burned it down. But Tulsa was a city built. That'd be like us four, the Homestead Act, right? So you got 40 acres, everybody got 40. So now we got 120 acres. We just take that, consolidate in an area that we think is safe. Then you come up with a grocery store, and you come up with a school, and then we come up with, you know, how we farm over the areas and stuff like that, and you build a town. They destroyed those towns, right? There were many of those towns. So the effort has been there to do stuff. My point is, those were the affluent people. They didn't build a town with, those were the affluent people, okay? So people with money in the culture typically get targeted in some way, shape, or form first. So it is important to understand, like, you ain't protected necessarily by by financially. You have to be protected like different way than financially. You have to be sort of like, you just can't be ignorant. You gotta be protected by what you know. You know what I'm saying? So that's protected a lot by different. The knowledge. Yes, you gotta be somewhat protected in that way. And then again, like me, I just think it's important to go after the formative kids, because we'll just sit up and fight. I'm G for whatever we have to go through, we just have to go through it, right? But if we can reach kids in their formative years, because that's how we all were. Somebody reached him, made beast mode. Everybody was reached, all right? And your Thanos story, it started in your formative years more than likely, even if you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Your dreams started then, your pursuit started then, and then you got to where you wanted to go in a short amount of time as a young adult. You can't be an athlete or an actor, really. It's all young people in a sense. You know, at least you start young, right? You keep going after it until you achieve it. But in my opinion, in order for us to really have things like go in another direction, you do have to take people like Marshawn, myself, others, right? Who people like. They just like people like you. People just like him because he's himself. They like me because I'm myself. You dig? Those people, and put them in front of people in their formative years, you know, because it can't be some of these other people because they're too tainted by it. You dig? They got too much going on to be in front of the kids like that. But if we want to change, you go to the formative years kids and you start implementing energy that's like just dope ass energy. So Marshawn is at the school and goddamn it, you know, a 10-year-old tackled him. Like, oh, he'll never forget that. That's that spreads, right? Or us just being like, I went to Chicago, I went to my old neighborhood, which is a very bad community still, right? And it was like seeing Elvis in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And I just know that changes everything though. And now I'm smiling with him. I'm not trying to be cool. You know, I'm just wearing sweats. I ain't trying to be flossy up and show that no separation. I don't want to show no egotistical separation from the crowd. Like, and that's why y'all don't see me at all, because I don't want to show no separation based on what I got. I don't have, like, I ain't special for nothing I have. You know what I'm saying? House, cars, whatever. That's not, I don't want people to gravitate toward me for the reason like that.
So how do you reach more people in your position? See what I'm saying? That have the power to influence. Because you're right. If you put people like Beast Mode and yourself in front of young people, yeah, there's going to be an excitement and energy. You're going to grab their attention like other people can't, right? But there's other, you know, whether it's rappers, entertainers, whatever the case may be, that they love too, that may not be on the same vibe.
Right.
I'm always like, how do we touch those people?
I think,
you see what I'm saying?
One way is like, you know, I'm sitting here talking like this. I recently spoke to this guy's name is Alvin Tillery, right? Alvin Tillery he's a Democratic strategist, right? Strategist. And he was telling me how they was kind of everything up, right? Because they definitely dropping the ball and they've been for a long time. But all the political stuff is kind of like all over the place and all screwed up. Anyway, he was giving me the lowdown, but he started the conversation about how he got lynched. Okay, he was lynched, and he's 50 years old. He was lynched in Jersey. He survived a lynching. At 9,
Hold up, what?
Yeah.
he survived a lynching. Okay, so he survived a lynching in the 80s.
Guy's 50 years old.
50 years
that's
old
in
now.
that's in my.
Yes,
That's not
he's
too
in
far.
your group, right?
Yeah.
You right there.
He was lynched at 9 by some 13-year-old, 12 and 13-year-old dudes because he was standing next to this little white girl or whatever, right? Black dude in Jersey, not in the South, in Jersey. So it was a botched lynching. Anyway, it goes on. The kids end up going through juvenile, they end up going to jail or whatever, juvie jail and stuff like that. But that was his story. That was his start of his. So from there he goes to Morehouse, then he goes to Harvard. He ends up this special dude in the game. I brought him up because it's about talking to people like that, So Wood is talking like somebody like that. But if I was over here just talking, now I'm talking about this and that, it'd be a different flow. You dig? And we could definitely, I'm okay to talk about who's the best LeBron or Mike. I'm G for all the conversations. But what's in the front of my mind just came out, and the discourse just happened organically. And to me, because that's what you want to bottle. Like, you want to bottle that up and send them out. Like, let my sip from that instead of, just plain old. Laugh. We funny too. We funny in these moments right now. Right now, look, they're going to laugh, right? Because something's just funny.
Yeah.
And that's what you need too, because laughter, that's a healing thing also. I'm about really drilling that, dog. I really am. Like, to me, moving forward, it's really about that. It's my personal mission statement. And I hope other who have the ability to like reach people, just take in that type of energy and just go for it. Because it's a big deal for a young person to talk to somebody like him or me, period. They see you, boom. That means I'm reaching you? All right, well, let me Gandhi this.
Yeah.
Gandhi your ass.
Yeah. MLK. Gandhi your ass.
Go ahead. Now, so me too, like, I don't know what I'm going to be like at all. And you can't anticipate what I'm going to be like because there's mystique to my character. Not so much anymore, moving forward, but that's kind of how I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Without somebody being able to really know me, and I got to go to all the events and all that type. I don't really want to go to the events. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't want to be at spots with everybody, all the celebrities, and it's cool, but it just ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't get cool because I'm seeing them across the thing. I feel uncomfortable. I'm like you remember when goddamn it, what was it? It was like Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones and the Jetsons and the Flintstones in the same episode.
Yeah.
That's what it be feeling like when everybody be a celebrity. I'm like, what goddamn? Everybody, Jetsons and the Flintstones.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I just really don't play the game so much that way. And I'm lucky to have a long career because part of it is that, right?
Yeah.
And so I just never played the game like that. And I'm very blessed just to have the career I have. Certainly. But in my opinion, it's so that we can have this kind of discourse. I was supposed to have a long career so we could have an impact. You know what I'm saying? For something a little more important than my role in this and that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's really the thing, and who ain't gonna want to talk to this guy right here? Like, if he say, yo, man, I want to holler, they gonna at least think about it, you know what I'm saying? Be like,
hell yeah.
nah, if I'm not too busy, I'm gonna go holler at my man, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
that's
absolutely.
how we felt about you. I mean, because, they back there doing their thing on the production side and like, man, we got all these, and it's like, oh yeah, we got to talk to him about, well, hold on, we was doing it. Hold on, we was doing, and just everybody just stopped, looked at each other like, this really just shaped the culture.
Yep.
From everybody that you done worked with. You know what I mean? You got the A+ roster of that. But the thing is, as I was thinking about it, as I'm getting the opportunity to sit here, listen to you talk, like, no, they got to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
Just your mindset. And I mean, I'm not sure if it was like that when you was younger and while you was in the thick of things, but for you to come out on the other end of that and able to sit down and process it like that now.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5.
The first few months of football season has been entertaining, beast mode. Baker has been cooking. Drake Mays have been heating up.
So, man, Jackson Dart, you know what I mean? I'm taking the more, you feel me?
Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks.
Download the Prize Pick app today and use code GETGOT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code GETGOT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks is good to be right, my boy.
Jackson is Chat GPT for sports.
Tap into over 10 years of historical data for smart decisions.
Get instant prop suggestions and fantasy help specific to your needs. Let's get those Prize Picks popping. What player has gone over his rushing prop the most this season? So done and click. That's a great question that requires digging into the season-long prop data. Oh, wow. J.K. Dobbins. This is sick, money.
I'll always be saying I wish we knew more about Jackson sooner, though.
Everyone gets a free 1-week trial. Subscriptions start at just $10, but use code GETGOT for 25% off. Head on over to www.pinesports.com/GetGot to try Jackson for free.